Welcome back to our channel, Rare Coins All World 1, where we uncover the hidden stories and astonishing values behind rare coins. Today, we're shining the spotlight on a seemingly ordinary coin that holds extraordinary value, the United States 1-cent coin from 1973. You might think a penny is just a penny, but stick around, because this little piece of currency has a fascinating history and could be worth more than you ever imagined. Let's take a step back in time to 1973. This was a year marked by significant events in American history: Watergate, the end of the Vietnam War, and the oil crisis, to name a few. Economically, the country was experiencing inflation, which influenced the minting of coins. The 1973 1-cent coin was produced during this tumultuous time, with the U.S. Mint working to keep up with the public's demand for currency. The 1-cent coin, commonly known as the penny, has a storied history dating back to its introduction in 1793. The design of the penny has changed several times over the years, but in 1973, it featured the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. This design has become synonymous with American currency, but it's the unique characteristics of the 1973 coin that make it particularly interesting. Let's dive into the design of the 1973 penny. On the obverse, you'll find the profile of President Abraham Lincoln, a symbol of unity and leadership in American history. His likeness on the penny is not just about honoring a past president, it reflects the values of perseverance and dedication to the nation. Flipping the coin over, we see the Lincoln Memorial, a structure that represents the enduring legacy of Lincoln's leadership during the Civil War and his commitment to equality. The detailed engravings on this coin highlight the artistry involved in coin design and capture the spirit of an era. Now, here's where it gets exciting. While millions of 1973 1-cent coins were minted, only a small number have survived in pristine condition, making them highly sought after by collectors. What collectors are really after is the uncirculated version, which shows no signs of wear and retains its original shine. It's important to understand that the value of coins can fluctuate based on condition, rarity, and demand. While most 1973 pennies are worth just 1 cent, those in exceptional condition can command significantly higher prices. In addition to condition, certain unique features can add to the coin's value. For the 1973 penny, look out for any minting errors. These could include things like misprints, double strikes, or other anomalies that occurred during the minting process. Error coins are often prized by collectors for their uniqueness, making them a hot commodity in the numismatic world. If you happen to have a 1973 penny with any unique characteristics, you may have struck gold, figuratively speaking. Now, let's get to the part you've all been waiting for: the value of the 1973 1-cent coin. If you have an uncirculated version in mint condition, or one with a rare error, it could be worth a staggering $54,000. That's right, a single penny could be worth that much. It's incredible how a seemingly simple coin can hold such immense value. So, if you've got some old change lying around, make sure to check for that 1973 penny. You never know, you might just have a little treasure hidden in your pocket. Today, we're focusing on a little gem from the U.S. Mint, the 1983 1-cent coin. You might think a penny is just a penny, but stick around, because this particular coin could hold a treasure trove of value and history. Let's take a trip back to 1983. It was a time of big changes in America. New technologies were emerging, the economy was experiencing a recovery, and pop culture was thriving with hits like Billie Jean and Flashdance. The U.S. Mint was also evolving, producing new coins to keep up with inflation and public demand. In 1983, the 1-cent coin, or penny, was primarily minted in Philadelphia and Denver, continuing the tradition of featuring Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. But what makes this year so special? Let's dive deeper into the details. The 1983 penny retains the classic design that has become iconic in American culture. On the obverse, we see the distinguished profile of President Abraham Lincoln. This design honors his legacy as one of America's most revered leaders, known for his dedication to unity and equality. Turning the coin over, we find the familiar image of the Lincoln Memorial. This monument serves as a tribute to Lincoln's contributions to the nation and symbolizes hope and resilience. The intricate details on the memorial reflect the artistry that goes into coin design, making each penny a small work of art. Now, let's get to the exciting part: what makes the 1983 penny a collector's item? While millions of these coins were minted, a certain type is especially rare and sought after: the 1983 copper penny. Most 1983 pennies were made from zinc and coated with copper, but a small number were mistakenly struck with a copper planchet instead. Finding a copper 1983 penny in excellent condition is a true treasure. Collectors are always on the lookout for these rarer varieties, which can dramatically increase the coin's value compared to the more common zinc versions. In addition to the copper variant, some 1983 pennies may feature minting errors that add to their appeal. These could include double strikes, misaligned designs, or other anomalies that occurred during the minting process. Such errors can make the coin even more valuable, as collectors are eager to add these unique pieces to their collections. If you happen to own a 1983 penny that has any unique characteristics, you may have a real treasure on your hands. Now, let's get to the moment you've been waiting for: the value of the 1983 1-cent coin. If you have one of those rare copper pennies or a coin with a minting error in pristine condition, it could be worth an astonishing $47,000. That's right, a single penny could hold that kind of value. It's incredible how something so small can be so valuable. So, if you've got old change lying around or happen to spot a 1983 penny, take a closer look. It might just be worth a small fortune. Today, we're diving into a remarkable piece of American history: the United States 1-cent coin from 1960. You might think it's just a simple penny, but this little coin could be worth a lot more than you think. So, stick around as we uncover its rich history and stunning value. Let's set the stage in 1960. This was a time of significant change in the United States. The country was in the midst of the Cold War, and the civil rights movement was gaining momentum. It was a year filled with cultural milestones, from the rise of rock and roll to the launch of iconic television shows. Amidst all this, the U.S. Mint was hard at work, producing coins that reflected the spirit of the times. The 1960 penny features a design that is deeply rooted in American values, continuing the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, who has graced the penny since 1909. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1960 penny. On the obverse side, you'll find the well-known profile of President Abraham Lincoln. His image symbolizes strength, unity, and the enduring spirit of America. Flipping the coin over, we see the reverse side featuring the iconic wheat ears. This design, known as the wheat penny, was used until 1958 and reappeared in certain 1960s minting due to high demand. The ears of wheat represent prosperity and abundance, a nod to America's agricultural roots and its aspiration for a brighter future. So, what makes the 1960 penny so special in the eyes of collectors? Although millions of these coins were minted, a few specific variants can make them quite rare. One of the most sought-after versions is the 1960 penny that was minted in Philadelphia with a small date. Finding a 1960 small date penny in uncirculated condition is a rare treasure. The majority of 1960 pennies were produced with a large date, so the small date version is significantly rarer and has become a hot item in the numismatic community. In addition to the small date variation, certain minting errors from 1960 can further increase a penny's value. Look for errors like double strikes or off-center designs. These unique features make for interesting conversation pieces and can drive up the coin's worth. For collectors, these error coins are like gold, as they add a layer of intrigue and rarity to their collections. If you happen to have a 1960 penny with any of these unique features, you might be holding onto something truly special. Now, let's get to the moment you've been waiting for: the value of the 1960 1-cent coin. If you have a 1960 small date penny in pristine, uncirculated condition, or an error coin, it could be worth a staggering $61,000. That's right, a single penny could hold that kind of value. It's amazing how something so small can represent such a significant piece of history. So, if you've got some old coins lying around or come across a 1960 penny, take a moment to check its condition and date. it might just be worth a fortune. Today, we're focusing on a particular coin that might surprise you with its value, the United States 1-cent coin from 1974. You might think a penny is just a penny, but stick around, because this coin has a fascinating history and could be worth a lot more than you think. Let's rewind to 1974. This was a pivotal year in American history marked by significant events like the end of the Watergate scandal and the fall of President Nixon. The country was experiencing economic challenges, including inflation and rising oil prices, which led to adjustments in currency production. During this time, the U.S. Mint was busy producing coins to meet the public's demand. The 1974 penny, with its familiar design, was minted in both Philadelphia and Denver. But what makes this year particularly interesting is the small number of certain variants that collectors are on the lookout for. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1974 penny. On the obverse side, we see the enduring image of President Abraham Lincoln. His profile symbolizes the strength and unity of the nation, reminding us of his legacy during some of America's toughest times. Flipping the coin over, we find the reverse side featuring the iconic Lincoln Memorial. This structure represents not just Lincoln's legacy, but also the values of equality and hope that he championed. The intricate details of the memorial serve as a beautiful representation of American history and culture. So, what makes the 1974 penny a collector's item? While millions were minted, certain variants are incredibly rare and can significantly increase in value. One of the most sought-after versions is the 1974 aluminum penny. You heard that right. A small number of these aluminum coins were produced as experimental pieces but never circulated. If you happen to find one of these in your collection, you could be holding a true treasure. In addition to the aluminum variant, some 1974 pennies may exhibit minting errors that can add to their value. Look out for double strikes, misprints, or other anomalies that occurred during the minting process. Collectors highly prize these unique features, making error coins especially desirable. If you discover a 1974 penny with any distinctive characteristics, you may have a rare find that could attract serious attention in the coin collecting community. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, the value of the 1974 1-cent coin. If you have a 1974 aluminum penny or one with significant minting errors in pristine condition, it could be worth an astonishing $57,000. That's right. A single penny could hold that kind of staggering value. It's incredible how a simple coin can embody so much history and worth. So, if you have old coins lying around or come across a 1974 penny, take a closer look. It just might be your ticket to a small fortune. Today, we're zooming in on a particular piece of currency that might just surprise you, the United States 1-cent coin from 1980. You might think it's just a common penny, but stick around, because this coin has a rich history and could be worth far more than you imagine. Let's travel back to 1980. This was a pivotal year in America, marked by significant events including the onset of the Iran hostage crisis and the rise of the greed is good mentality in business. Culturally, the country was experiencing a surge of creativity in music, film, and art. Amid all this, the U.S. Mint was hard at work producing coins to meet the growing demand. The 1980 penny, with its timeless design, continued to feature the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln, a testament to his enduring legacy in American history. Now, let's delve into the design of the 1980 penny. On the obverse side, we see the classic profile of President Abraham Lincoln. His image has graced the penny since 1909, symbolizing leadership, unity, and the ideals of democracy. Flipping the coin over, we find the reverse side featuring the Lincoln Memorial, a powerful symbol of Lincoln's commitment to the nation. The detailed engravings capture the beauty of this monument, reminding us of Lincoln's pivotal role in shaping American history. So, what makes the 1980 penny a sought-after item among collectors? While millions of these coins were minted, some specific variations are particularly rare and highly prized. One of the most notable is the 1980 small date penny, which was minted in Philadelphia. Finding a 1980 small date penny in uncirculated condition is a rare treasure indeed. Many collectors are on the lookout for this specific variant, as its limited availability can drive up its value significantly. In addition to the small date variation, certain minting errors from 1980 can further enhance a penny's value. Look for features like double strikes, misaligned designs, or other unusual characteristics that occurred during the minting process. These error coins are particularly appealing to collectors, as they add a unique story to the coin's history. If you happen to own a 1980 penny with any distinctive features or errors, you could be sitting on a real gem. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, the value of the 1981 cent coin. If you have a 1980 small date penny in pristine, uncirculated condition, or an error coin, it could be worth an impressive $45,000. That's right, a single penny could be valued at that astonishing amount. It's amazing how something so small can carry such significance and worth. So, if you have old change lying around or come across a 1980 penny, take a moment to examine it closely. It might just be your hidden treasure. Today, we're diving into a fascinating piece of American history, the 1984 United States 1-cent coin. You might think of this coin as just another penny, but stick around, because you'll be amazed at its potential value. By the end of this video, you'll discover why this seemingly ordinary coin could be worth an incredible amount of money. First, let's set the stage with a little history. The year 1984 was significant for the United States, not just for its pop culture, think movies like Ghostbusters and The Terminator, but also for its economic landscape. This was a time of recovery and growth after the economic challenges of the late 1970s and early 1980s. The U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies during this year to keep up with demand, but what many people don't realize is that among these coins, a few rare varieties emerged. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1984 penny. The obverse side features the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln, a design that has graced the penny since 1909. It's a reminder of Lincoln's enduring legacy and the values he represented. On the reverse side, you'll find the classic depiction of the Lincoln Memorial, a tribute to one of America's most beloved presidents. This design has been a staple of the penny for decades, symbolizing the nation's respect for Lincoln and his contributions. But what makes the 1984 penny particularly interesting are the variations and specific details that can drastically affect its value. Among the 1984 pennies, there are a couple of noteworthy varieties that collectors are eager to find. The first is the 1984 D double die penny. This coin features a noticeable doubling effect on the date and the inscription, making it a highly sought-after item among numismatists. This kind of minting error occurs when a coin is struck twice, leading to the distinctive appearance of doubled features. Finding a 1984 D double die penny in excellent condition can be a game-changer for collectors. These coins are rare, and their unique characteristics make them stand out in any collection. Another variant is the 1984 penny struck on a zinc planchet, which is another type of error coin. Normally, pennies from this era were made from a copper-plated zinc alloy, but a small number were mistakenly minted on the wrong planchet, making them incredibly rare and valuable. So, what is it that makes the 1984 penny such an attractive piece for collectors? The answer lies in its rarity and the stories behind these unique coins. Collectors love hunting for error coins because they tell a story of human error and the imperfections of the minting process. In addition to rarity, the nostalgia and familiarity of the penny make it a favorite among both seasoned collectors and newcomers alike. It's an accessible coin that many people have, and the thrill of finding a valuable variant in your change adds an exciting layer to the hobby. Now, let's talk numbers. You might be wondering, just how much could a 1984 penny be worth? In general, the standard 1984 penny is worth just 1 cent, but that's not the whole story. As we mentioned earlier, the rare varieties, especially the 1984 D double die, can command significant prices at auction or among collectors. In pristine condition, this particular penny can sell for thousands of dollars. For those lucky enough to find a 1984 D double die or a zinc planchet, the market value can skyrocket, leading to astonishing figures that leave many in disbelief. And here it is, the moment you've been waiting for. If you happen to have an uncirculated or error version of the 1984 penny, it could be worth as much as $43,000, that's right, $43,000 for a single 1984 penny. Who would have thought that this small coin could hold such incredible value? So, the next time you dig through your change or check your old coin collection, keep an eye out for this gem. Today, we're turning our attention to an often overlooked coin, the 1986 United States 1-cent coin. While many may see this as just another penny, we're here to reveal its intriguing story and remarkable value. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll discover why this seemingly ordinary coin could be worth an astonishing amount. Let's start by setting the scene in 1986. This was a pivotal year in American history. The nation was experiencing a booming economy, bolstered by technological advancements and a vibrant pop culture scene, with movies like Top Gun and Ferris Bueller's Day Off capturing the hearts of many. Amidst this backdrop, the U.S. Mint was busy producing millions of pennies to keep up with the demand for everyday transactions. However, what many people don't realize is that within these billions of coins, a few rare varieties emerged, coins that would capture the interest of collectors for decades to come. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1986 penny. On the obverse, you'll see the familiar profile of President Abraham Lincoln, a design that has graced the penny since 1909. Lincoln's image serves as a reminder of his enduring legacy and the values he fought for. Flipping the coin over, the reverse features the iconic depiction of the Lincoln Memorial, symbolizing the nation's respect for this great leader. The design of the penny has remained largely unchanged, evoking a sense of nostalgia and connection to American history. What makes the 1986 penny particularly interesting is the existence of certain rare varieties that can dramatically affect its value. One notable variant is the 1986 D double die penny. This rare minting error features a noticeable doubling effect on the date and some of the inscriptions, making it highly sought after by collectors. Additionally, there are other less common variations, such as the 1986 penny struck on a zinc planchet. While most 1986 pennies were made using the standard copper-plated zinc alloy, a few were mistakenly minted on the wrong planchet, resulting in another highly collectible error. These rare variants tell a story of the minting process and the imperfections that can arise, which is exactly what collectors look for when hunting for unique pieces to add to their collections. So, what draws collectors to the 1986 penny? The answer lies in its rarity and the thrill of the hunt. Many collectors appreciate the challenge of finding error coins, and the stories behind them add to their allure. The 1986 penny may seem like just another piece of change, but for those in the know, it represents a potential treasure. Furthermore, the nostalgia tied to the penny makes it a favorite among collectors. It's a coin that many people have seen or used, making the search for a rare variant feel personal and exciting. Now, let's dive into the numbers. The standard 1986 penny is worth just 1 cent, but that's only part of the story. The rare varieties, particularly the 1986 D double die penny, can command impressive prices in the marketplace. Depending on their condition, these coins can fetch thousands of dollars at auctions or among collectors. And here's the big reveal. If you're fortunate enough to have an uncirculated or error version of the 1986 penny, it could be worth as much as $42,000, that's right, $42,000 for a single 1986 penny. Who knew that this little coin could hold such extraordinary value? So, the next time you sift through your spare change or check your old coin collection, keep an eye out for this hidden treasure. Today, we're shining a spotlight on a little-known treasure, the 1985 United States 1-cent coin. You might think of this penny as just another piece of change, but trust us, there's a captivating story behind it and a potential value that will leave you stunned. Stick around until the end to find out just how much this humble coin could be worth. Let's take a step back to 1985. This was a vibrant year in America, filled with iconic pop culture moments, from the rise of MTV to memorable films like The Breakfast Club and Back to the Future. The economy was on an upswing, and the U.S. Mint was hard at work producing billions of pennies to meet the demands of everyday transactions. But while most of these coins circulated quietly, a few rare varieties were produced that would catch the eyes of collectors in the years to come. Now, let's delve into the design of the 1985 penny. On the obverse side, you'll find the well-known profile of President Abraham Lincoln, a design that has been a staple on the penny since 1909. Lincoln's image symbolizes integrity and leadership, embodying the values he championed during his time in office. On the reverse side, the classic depiction of the Lincoln Memorial stands tall. This iconic structure pays tribute to Lincoln's legacy and serves as a reminder of the ideals he fought for. The design is simple yet powerful, making the penny a beloved coin among Americans. What makes the 1985 penny particularly interesting is the existence of specific rare varieties that can significantly impact its value. One of the most sought-after versions is the 1985 D double die penny. This coin features a distinct doubling effect on the date and some of the inscriptions, making it a must-have for serious collectors. Moreover, there are a few other unique varieties from that year, including the 1985 penny struck on a zinc planchet, which is another minting error. While most 1985 pennies were produced using a copper-plated zinc alloy, a small number ended up being minted incorrectly, leading to their rarity and desirability. These error coins provide collectors with a fascinating glimpse into the minting process and the occasional hiccups that can result in valuable pieces. So, why do collectors find the 1985 penny so appealing? The answer lies in its rarity and the excitement of the hunt. Many collectors are passionate about finding error coins, as they tell a unique story about the minting process. A simple penny can become a valuable treasure, and that journey is what makes coin collecting so thrilling. Additionally, the 1985 penny resonates with nostalgia for many people. It's a coin that most of us have encountered at some point, making the discovery of a rare variant feel personal and exciting. Now, let's talk numbers. While the average 1985 penny is worth just 1 cent, rare varieties can fetch impressive prices. The 1985 D double die penny, especially in excellent condition, can sell for thousands of dollars. Collectors are always on the lookout for these unique pieces, and the demand only adds to their value. And here's the moment you've all been waiting for. If you happen to own an uncirculated or error version of the 1985 penny, it could be worth as much as $44,000, that's right, $44,000 for a single 1985 penny. Who knew that such a small coin could hold such incredible value? So, the next time you check your spare change or rummage through your old coins, keep an eye out for this hidden gem. Today, we're focusing on a seemingly ordinary coin that holds extraordinary potential, the 1995 United States 1-cent coin. You might think it's just another penny, but stick around. By the end of this video, you'll be amazed at its intriguing story and remarkable value. Let's rewind to 1995. This was a year packed with cultural milestones. Think of hit movies like Braveheart and Toy Story, and the rise of the internet as a household staple. The economy was booming, and Americans were using pennies every day, often without a second thought. The U.S. Mint was churning out billions of pennies to meet the demand, but among them, a few rare varieties would capture the attention of collectors for years to come. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1995 penny. On the obverse side, you'll find the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln, a design that has graced the penny since 1909. Lincoln's image represents strength, resilience, and the ideals he stood for during his presidency. Turning the coin over, you'll see the familiar depiction of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. This magnificent structure symbolizes Lincoln's enduring legacy and serves as a reminder of the values he fought for. The classic design evokes a sense of nostalgia for many Americans, making it a beloved coin. What makes the 1995 penny particularly exciting are the rare varieties that collectors seek out. One of the most notable is the 1995 double die penny. This minting error features noticeable doubling on the date and some lettering, making it a highly sought-after piece among numismatists. Additionally, there are other less common variants, such as those struck on incorrect planchets. For instance, a few 1995 pennies were minted on zinc planchets rather than the standard copper-plated zinc alloy, resulting in a rarity that adds to their appeal. These unique features tell the story of the minting process and remind us that even the most ordinary coins can be extraordinary under the right circumstances. So, why are collectors so drawn to the 1995 penny? The answer lies in the thrill of discovery and the rarity of these unique variants. Many coin enthusiasts love the challenge of hunting for rare coins, as they tell a compelling story about the minting process. A simple penny can transform into a valuable treasure, and that journey is what makes coin collecting so exciting. Moreover, the nostalgia associated with the penny makes it relatable for many. It's a coin that has been in circulation for decades, allowing collectors to connect with their finds on a personal level. Now, let's dive into the market value. While the average 1995 penny is worth just 1 cent, the rare varieties can fetch impressive prices. The 1995 double-die penny, especially in mint condition, can command thousands of dollars at auctions and among collectors. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. If you have an uncirculated or error version of the 1995 penny, it could be worth as much as $40,000, that's right, $40,000 for a single 1995 penny. Who would have thought that such a small coin could hold such incredible value? So, the next time you check your spare change or sort through your old coins, keep your eyes peeled for this hidden gem. Today, we're focusing on a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance but holds extraordinary potential, the 1983 United States 1-cent coin. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll discover the remarkable story behind this penny and just how much it could be worth. Let's rewind to 1983. This was a dynamic year in American history, filled with cultural milestones. Think of iconic movies like Return of the Jedi and the rise of pop music legends like Michael Jackson. The U.S. economy was in recovery mode after the challenges of the late 1970s and early 1980s, leading to increased consumer spending and a demand for coins. The U.S. Mint was working hard to produce billions of pennies to keep up with the currency flow, but within that mass production, a few rare varieties emerged that would captivate collectors for years to come. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1983 penny. On the obverse side, you'll find the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln, a design that has been a staple on the penny since 1909. Lincoln's image symbolizes strength, perseverance, and the principles he upheld during his presidency. On the reverse, you'll see the classic depiction of the Lincoln Memorial, which serves as a powerful reminder of his enduring legacy. The design is both simple and profound, evoking feelings of nostalgia for many Americans who have grown up with this coin in their pockets. What makes the 1983 penny particularly intriguing are the rare varieties that collectors seek out. One of the most notable is the 1983 zinc penny. In 1982, the U.S. Mint transitioned from a primarily copper composition to a zinc alloy for pennies, and in 1983, some pennies were mistakenly struck on copper planchets instead of the new zinc ones. This mix-up led to a small number of 1983 copper pennies that are now highly coveted among collectors. Finding one of these copper pennies in excellent condition can be a game-changer for any collector, as they represent a fascinating error in the minting process. These unique coins are rare, and their distinct characteristics set them apart from the more common zinc versions. So, what makes the 1983 penny so appealing to collectors? It's all about rarity and the thrill of the hunt. Coin enthusiasts love searching for rare coins, as they tell a story about the minting process and the occasional mishaps that can lead to valuable finds. A simple penny can become a treasured piece of history, and that journey is what makes coin collecting so exciting. Additionally, the nostalgia tied to the penny makes it relatable. It's a coin that many people have encountered throughout their lives, making the search for a rare variant feel personal and rewarding. Now, let's talk about the numbers. The average 1983 penny is worth just 1 cent, but the rare varieties can command impressive prices in the marketplace. The 1983 copper penny, especially in uncirculated condition, can fetch thousands of dollars at auctions and among serious collectors. And here's the moment you've been waiting for. If you happen to own an uncirculated or error version of the 1983 penny, it could be worth as much as $46,000, that's right, $46,000 for a single 1983 penny. Who knew that such a small coin could hold such incredible value? So, the next time you dig through your spare change or check your old coin collection, keep an eye out for this hidden gem. If you enjoyed this journey into the world of rare coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any of our future discoveries. Thank you for watching, and happy collecting.